Hello friends, I welcome you all to this video. We are again with our chapter 4, Power Spectrum Estimation. So for having the estimation of power spectrum accomplished here, we have the two approaches, non-parametric and the parametric here. And under the first approach, non-parametric, we are till date covered with the topics, the periodogram and the modified, the two simplest methods to have the estimation of power spectral densities here. We are also solved with a simple problem and also demonstrated both of the methods with the help of MATLAB here. Now let us move further for the power spectrum estimation with the understanding from a new method that is under the category of non-parametric type, and this method is called as Bartlett's method. So let us see the details of this power spectrum estimation technique. So here we can start with our topic, the Bartlett's method here. So as earlier we are covered with the understanding of the two techniques, the periodogram and the periodogram which is modified here. So Bartlett's method that we are going to learn is a method of periodogram averaging that is unlike either the periodogram or the modified periodogram that we have seen, produces a consistent estimate of the power spectrum here. Now the motivation here for the Bartlett's method is that the observation that the expected value of the periodogram converges to the power spectral density Px as a function of e to the power j omega as the data record length n goes to infinity here, which is mathematically represented by this formulation here. So in this particular formulation here we have Px as a function of e to the power j omega, which is simply the power spectral density here. So this power spectral density is obtained, or this limit function converges to this particular value when we have the length of the discrete time random process, that is capital N, extends to infinity here. So because of this convergence here, if we can have the estimate, as here we have represented the estimate which is required to obtain the consistent value of the mean, then the estimate will be a consistent estimate of the power spectral density represented by Px as a function of e to the power j omega here. Now here the averaging a set of uncorrelated measurements of the random variable x will yield a consistent estimate of the mean that is usually represented as capital E as a function of x. So x is the random process here, and this particularly suggests us to have consideration of the estimating the power spectrum of the random process by the periodogram averaging. So this point is very essential to understand the differences between this Bartlett's method and the earlier methods of power spectrum estimation. Those were the simple periodogram and the modified periodogram. So here we come to have the averaging for the periodogram here. So to understand the same, let us have the consideration of the random process. Here we can have the representation by x suffix I as a function of n, where the I value corresponds to the values the 1, 2 up to capital K, where K uncorrelated realizations are represented for the random process x of n, and this is over the interval 0 to capital L here. Now, for such a random process considered here, the periodogram representation can be made here. So, mathematically, we represent the periodogram like this. So, here we represent capital P cap suffix PER. So, here as we have the random process sequences uh, related by x suffix I here, we put the power I here, and this is of course a function of e to the power j omega into the spectral domain here, frequency domain. So it is computed as, here we have the mod square of the summation n is equal to 0 to capital L minus 1 here over x suffix I as a function of n into e to the power minus j n times omega multiplied to 1 upon L, where I, the usual values 1, 2, 3 and so on up to capital K. Here we have the averaging of this particular periodogram can be represented by the next mathematical equation. Here it is the same here. So we have capital P cap suffix x e to the power j omega obtained as 1 upon k, the summation I is equal to 1 to capital K. Here we have the periodogram representation here, capital P cap suffix per. Here we have for the I values, and of course the function of e to the power j omega here. Now here the expected value, the statistical average here. So it is represented capital E and within the curly brackets for which we are going to compute it. So the expected value of such the estimate here we can represent into the next mathematical formulation, where we compute it as the expected value of, here we have capital P cap suffix per for representation of the periodogram here, and it is as a function of e to the power j omega, and by the next step we get it to the form where 1 upon 2 pi can be multiplied to the convolution of, here it is the power spectral density px as a function of e to the power j omega convolved to w suffix b as a function of e to the power j omega. So as in the previous video concerning the modified periodogram, we have the same representation for w suffix b. So w suffix b is nothing but, as it is function of e to the power j omega, of course the Fourier transform here and represented into the capital notations here. So it is the Fourier transformation of the window, which is basically the Bartlett window, simply represented W suffix capital B of K, and it extends from minus capital L to plus capital L here. So next to the expected value or the mean, the statistical average value here, another statistical characterization, that is nothing but the variance here, that can be represented by this mathematical expression where we obtain the variance of, here we represent capital P cap suffix x for the function of e to the power j omega computed as 1 by k, or the variance of capital P cap suffix per to represent the periodogram here as a function of e to the power j omega, and of course for the I values here. So by the next step we obtain it to the approximated value of 1 upon k in multiplication to the square of the power spectral density px as a function of e to the power j omega. Now in this particular consideration we can have the illustration to help the understanding of the same here. So let us see the illustration here. So in this illustration we can have the partitioning of the x of n, the random process, into the discrete time domain, and here the partitioning will be result into the non-overlapping subsequences here. So here we can see into the first graph that we have representation of x of n here, and as a result of partitioning here onto the downside we obtain the sequences x1 of n, x2 of n, x3 of n, and so on up to we can have x suffix capital K of n here. So this partitioning is with respect to the fixed values of points here. These are represented L points for each sequence here. So here it is the representation of small n, the representation of discrete time index here onto the horizontal, whereas the amplitudes of the partitioned subsequences are again onto the vertical axis as into the previous case here. Now we shall move further for the Bartlett's estimate. Then we can have the computation that is represented by the mathematical expression. Here we make x suffix I as a function of n is equal to x of n plus I times L, where n is equal to, we have 0, 1, 2 up to capital L minus 1, and I is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to capital K minus 1. So therefore, the Bartlett's estimate or the power spectrum estimation made by the Bartlett's method is mathematically given by this expression here. So here for the Bartlett's case, we give the suffix representation by simply capital P here. For the simple method of periodogram, capital P cap suffix PER we write. For the modified periodogram, capital P cap suffix capital M we write. And for the Bartlett case, we write capital B to the suffix of this capital P cap as a function of e to the power j omega. So it will be obtained by 1 upon capital N summation I is equal to 0 to capital K minus 1. The another mod square is multiplied is operated by the summation is involved. The summation n is equal to 0 to capital L minus 1 over x of n plus I times L in multiplication to the exponential e to the power minus j times n omega here. Now this is the most important expression, the representation of the power spectrum estimation by this particular method here. Now as for the previous methods belonging to the non-parametric approach here, the periodogram, modified periodogram, we have seen the performances of the methods tested with the help of statistical characterizations here. So in the similar fashion, the performance of the Bartlett method can be discussed here, and first of all it will be with the help of the mean or the expected value here. So the expected value of the Bartlett's estimate can be given this way. Here we have the expected value capital E within the curly brackets for which it is to be computed for the Bartlett's case here. So the Bartlett's power spectrum estimation is represented capital P cap suffix B as a function of e to the power j omega, and here we obtained it to the form 1 upon 2 pi multiplied to the power spectral density Px as a function of e to the power j omega convolved with the Fourier transformation of the Bartlett's window represented as capital W suffix capital B as a function of e to the power j omega. And next to this expected value or the mean computation as a part of the performance measurement here, we move on to have the knowledge of resolution concerning the Bartlett's method, and the resolution can be given by this formulation. So here we have the resolution representing the Bartlett's power spectral estimation, which is 0.89 times the ratio of 2 pi by L here. So in general here we can represent 0.89 times capital K in multiplication to the ratio of 2 pi by capital L here. Now some more added information with respect to the Bartlett methods can be made here, that the variance will be inversely proportional to the capital K, and with the assumption that the data sequences are approximately uncorrelated for large capital N, the length of the discrete time random process, the variance can be approximated here. So the approximation of the variance can be this way. Here we have the variance of the capital P cap suffix B as a function of e to the power j omega approximated to 1 by capital K, variance of, here we have the periodogram representation of the power spectral estimation for the I cases here. So simple representation of approximation can be 1 by K. Here the square of the power spectral density Px as a function of e to the power j omega. So this completes our the simple introduction to the Bartlett's method of power spectral estimation by the use of non-parametric approach here. In the next lecture, we shall have the simple demonstration of the same with the help of MATLAB environment, and next to that we can have the solution to the two simple problems to practice for. Thank you.